Let's go.
Roundtable Radio.
You are now tuned into the Roundtable Radio.
You're now tuned into the Roundtable Radio.
Let's go.
Roundtable Radio.
What's going on?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little nervous, I'll tell you now, but I'm just happy to thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh man, there's no need to be nervous, man. There's no need
Um,
to be nervous right here, man. We like to be loosened up right here. You know what I'm saying? This is
okay.
no nervous zone. You can be yourself. Let's go
Uh-oh.
ahead and get that in the
All
forefront
right.
right
You now
now.
you said it. You said it.
Oh yeah, man. Most definitely. There's no need to be nervous at all, man. I
Okay.
actually, you know what I'm saying, I want to be able to break that shell to artists and new artists like that. You know what I mean? Because, if you got something to say, I want you to be able to say it, man, without any
Thank you.
holds bared. You know what I mean? So
I
there's
appreciate
no
that.
need to be nervous at all.
Okay, thank you.
Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it now. When I start my interviews off, I always like to start off getting to know the artist one-on-one, getting to know where their head is at when it comes to this music game. So I'm going to start this question off, man. When it comes to you as an artist, what do you think motivates you and influences you for you to keep going and be at your best when it comes to this music game?
Well, my vision ultimately is, to help my family. I have two children, 26 and 21, but I just want to afford them a better life. And I stick to, it's been 8 years in, ins and outs, but I stick to it because the focus is not necessarily a win. I guess for me is when my children are proud of me, but also showing them that with hard work and perseverance, you can overcome anything. And I have a story of a lot of things, but my focus is really making sure that my children have a better life. And their adults and their children's children. I'm talking about legacy building. That's where my focus is. I just so happen to have music. If it was gardening, I'd be doing that. I just have music. That's what I'm going to use to provide a better life, a legacy for my family. That's my focus.
Yeah, that's real, and that's real. That's what it's about at the end of the day, man. That's really what it's about. We can listen to this music these days, and we can hear them talk about the money and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you want to do and how you want, what I'm saying, your family to have a life, and how you want to be able to feed them and be able to care for them whenever it's necessary and whenever you need to, without having to have any holes buried. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have to worry about the next man when it comes to feeding our family. So, that's what it's about at the end of the day. So, like, when did you decide that music was going to be something that you actually wanted to stick to and was actually going to work?
Well, I've always loved music. I grew up, listening to all types of music. I started singing in the high school choir, but it wasn't until, I met this guy, joined this church. I wasn't really a church goer, younger years, but I ended up, going to church and singing in the choir and loved it. Found my tenor place, but actually ended up directing, choir and ended up doing it for 23 years. So I just love music, and to have to teach, and it's a discipline, to be in choir and to lead a choir. So I had no choice but to spend hours listening to music and then having to teach it, and for years. So, but I love it so. But I've always just had a love for music. But I think as far as in terms of professional, I always felt I just felt like I had something I wanted to share. And one of my biggest inspirations is Lauryn Hill. So I saw the doors were open, and then women of lower ranges. I'm like, well, it used to be you had to be like a ballad or, a runner to hit those power notes to be considered like a serious vocalist. But I saw some ladies, knocking down barriers, and I just felt like there was a little bit of a room opening. So why not see what I could do?
Right. So, okay. So now because I want to ask this question, and I know that you're also a singer, and we focus on singers, rappers, everything, but I feel like this question is really important, and I want to get everybody's views on this question right here. So when it comes to this music game now, what you hear today, when it comes from singers, when it comes to rappers, when it comes to anything like that, what are your views on the music game? Do you think it's an open portal? Do you think it needs work? Do you think it's where it needs to be? What are your views right now when you listen to music today?
I want to come off not sounding like an old school. I don't want to be negative, but what I'm saying, I'm concerned with the state of music and what we're calling a quality of music. I'm all for people pursuing a vision and getting things done, but I also feel like that there's been a soullessness that's lost in just songwriting, and some I mean, I just feel the contemporary, what's contemporary? I guess what was disheartening to me is that a few months ago, Billboard listed the 3 #1 R&B artists, and they listed Khalid. No shade, I love him. Not Kehlani. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Tory Lanez, and there was another girl, Tinashe. And I just thought it just struck me that those were the ones that they said was the leaders, the top of R&B, because to me, what they're doing is like a new fusion of R&B with pop and other things. R&B to me is still a soulful. There's heart and there's lyrics, and I just feel some of that is lost. Or even in the song the first single I wrote, Ride, I was told it was kind of adolescent, but I feel like which I told the friend, well, to music is so indoctrinated with so much this open in your face sexuality, that why not return to an innocence of flirting, or even a sexuality or sensuality in writing. And I write like that, but I grew up on lyrical, I grew up on old school. So even though I respect the new, and of course, new generations need to do new things, but I don't think you should negate or disrespect the legacies that have been given, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and people who wrote lyrics and was sensual. Janet Jackson was very sensual, but she wasn't just, she would say some sexy things, but still in a cool, dope, sensual, sexy way. And I'm more Janet. But I'm not knocking Cardi and all of them. I'm not knocking them. And, my daughter's 21. They listen to a different type. She's Kehlani and she's Janae, Right. But I do feel like it shouldn't be a disregard that, the legacy that we've come from. And I write from that perspective.
Yeah, and that's real. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, because we have a lot of young artists, that come on here that we interview. And I had a couple of OG artists, you know what I'm saying? But we're never able to hear how, each, I want to get the views on each side, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just because everybody can see, how everybody feels, you know what I'm saying? So there's no, you should stick to only the young side because we're the new now, or the OGs are like, you should stick to the OGs because that's where you come from. And, everybody has a story, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's important to get everybody's views on that,
I agree.
Now let's get into this new single. You have a new single that you just dropped, Me.
Me is actually Me is the second single. Gone is the third single. I'm on 3 now.
Okay. Okay. So let's get a little background of it. How were you able to come up? Well, I want to start with Me because that's the one
it's the one that everybody always talks about, really.
Right. So how did you come up with the concept behind this song right here? You know what I'm saying? Because, it sounds like it's growing day by day. You know what I'm saying? People love this song,
thank you.
Yeah, most definitely. So, people are gravitating to this song a little bit more. So how did this song come about?
It came about as a combination of experiences. Like, I was married for 21 years, but I also been single for 5 years. And the feedback I was getting is everybody thought the song was about my ex, and me saying, no, it's a combination. And my thing is, any male or female can feel that they're in a situation to where this may be good for somebody else. This is just not good for me because I know who I am in the terms of things that I want. And it's okay to say, it doesn't necessarily have to be like there's a terrible situation, there's a finality. It could be, I'm looking at this long term and who I am as a person is not good for me. But a male or female can think that way. And it's about, who you are, knowing what you want, and saying, regardless of the financial setup, regardless of this, that, and the other, what people are going to think, I want to live a certain type of life and live and love a certain type of way. And you might not be the person, but I've been told that, well, you won't live well without me, or nobody will ever want you. You're divorced at this age. You got 2 grown kids, all the things I'm saying, but you don't know who I am. Regardless to that, there's still some things about me and things in life I want to do. And I'm going to be me and do that. And I'll be me enough and I'll walk away. And that's that was the backdrop from it. But I write from a human perspective. I write about real life experience, but also believe that people can connect to that. You've probably been in situations where you're like, well, you know what? I don't know if I want to put up with all of that. So I'm going to go because I know who I am. Now I'm not knocking whoever. So I'm saying she could, so she can.
That's a real situation. That's a real situation right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody's had their ups and downs. So everybody's been through any struggle. Anybody's been through that. You know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't overnight. It was over time for me to realize, as I grew and evolved as a person, to start realizing what do I want out of life? What do I want out of the future? What do I want in terms of a partner? You know, like say I'm a Leo, I'm a strong person. I'm not emasculating to male. I respect the man. I understand submission, all those things. But I need to be with someone that's okay with me winning as a person. Because if I don't win as a person, I'm not going to be a good wife. I'm not going to be a good girlfriend. I'm not going to be as full as I could be. So I need somebody that's going to allow me to be me. I'm allowing you to be you. And through that, we build. Other than that, I feel like I'm settling. And I said, me. Old girls may, some people may do that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm just saying for me, I don't want that situation. And I think anybody can say that, but you're not necessarily shown that in these shows about love and relationships and things. Anybody can decide, you know, this is just not working out for me as a person, and try to walk away from something that's not good for you. I think it's okay. And I'm not saying end your marriage, end your relationship. I'm saying you need to do some self-examination. And as you all grow and evolve, if one grows and one doesn't, you are unequally yoked. It doesn't have to be in a spiritual sense. It can be in different terms of where you want to go in life. And it's okay to say, you know, me. It's okay for me to love on me and to choose what's good for me.
Right. So like, is there gonna be like an album coming soon from these singles?
Yeah, listen,
working on a new project?
I'm working. Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I started last year. I've been working on this project. I overwork and overplan. So I'm stopping at 6 songs. I was going to stop at 13. I'm going to stop at 6. The tentative date to have this finished, I'm going to go ahead and say January. But yeah, there's a full project coming.
Okay, most definitely. Are you working on any visuals for these projects? Yes,
I am. You know, COVID-19 has been my nemesis. COVID-19, I've had 2 tests. I'm negative, but it has hindered a lot. And it's okay. I want people to be safe and get well. I want the numbers to go down. I was going to try to do it around the mandate 3. We got 15 or less, but I don't want to cramp my vision for how I want my vision to go. I've already I've been talking to people for months. I just don't, some things I don't post because I've learned to wait till the finality of some things. But yeah, I have visuals. The idea is the Harlem Renaissance. All my videos in black and white, reminiscent of the musical Idlewild. See, I've been studying and doing research for about 8 years. I'm very meticulous and intricate about what I want to do. It's this time and money and opportunity to get it done. But yes, visuals are coming for each video. Okay. With the same characters playing different people. Does it make sense? I want the same leads playing different characters in the videos. I have a vision.
Okay. Well, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? Whenever those visuals drop and whenever that project drop, definitely want to be the first to have it so we can definitely put it in rotation on the podcast radio show.
Done.
Indie artist mix. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to be able to, listen to it as soon as it drops. So be sure to, you know what I'm saying, keep us updated. Keep us updated.
I will.
Most definitely. Before we get out of here, man, are there any shout outs you want to give out? Any producers? Any songwriters?
Yes, I want to shout out because, one thing I say is nobody does this alone. I want to shout out Jarrell Pearson. He's Regata on Instagram. He's one of the first guys I met with. He brought my first single, to life, Ride. He also, along with Andronicus Hawkins, he is Nika's Music on Instagram, brought my single, Me, to life. Andronicus did. And then on Dawn, we have Andronicus Nikas, and we also have Jarrell who did the mix. So these 2 brothers are in Nashville. They're gifted, they're talented, and they work with me. I can tend to be all in the sky, but they listened to my vision and executed it. So yes, Matt, and I want to thank Home Helping Our Music Evolve. It's in East Nashville. So One Stop Membership Club. Anything you want to do with music, they're there. So those are some people that I want to shout out. It's Magic. He has put me on some shows to do, but he was on me about being disciplined about my craft and about networking and business. So there's some people who were honest with me, but still I felt that they had my best interest in heart. So I want to thank those brothers.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Well, listen, man, until next time, I want to say thank you again for stopping with me for a couple minutes to chop it up about your upcoming projects and your upcoming visuals. Like we say up here at Roundtable Radio, stay safe. God bless. Keep your mask on when you go to grocery stores.
Right.
Until next time.
Thank you very much.
Peace.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Just don't let me see you shoot no dogs.
Roundtable Radio.